So last year at this time, Peter Schrager, Fox Sports, NFL Insider, had said Patrick Mahomes is the next great star in this league. And we all knew he was talented, but he had gone to Chiefs camp, and he's like, trust me on this, Patrick Mahomes is going to blow up the league. And we were all like, Peter's been drinking a little bit in the summer. Well, Peter was right, and he joins us now via the Coward Global Satellite Network. Okay, Schrags, last year, you're 1-0, and you're feeling good. You got that summer tan, so let's make it 2-0. Who is the young breakout star this year in the NFL?
I love it, Colin. Thank you for those props. Let me now ruin all that with a prediction that I will be held accountable to all season. Same thing. Been around, been talking to everybody, and my phone does not stop lighting up about Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is going to be a sensation in this league from day one. And it's not just me. It's everyone out of Arizona, whether it be the general manager, the head coach, or the skill position players who have seen quite a few quarterbacks come through that building. Kyler apparently is light years ahead of where they thought he was going to be. And right now, the NFL is talking about Baker and talking about Mahomes. And obviously, Sam Darnold has a great, bright future, and everyone likes Josh Allen. But I think we come right out of the gates. Kingsbury's offense, 5 wide, the spread offense. And Kyler is already a master and a maestro with what it is. And we haven't gotten hurt yet. We haven't been through the full season. Everything that I'm hearing is that from September to at least mid-October, Kyler Murray's going to light this league on fire. And I feel like he was drafted, and because they're in the 30th market or 31st media market, we haven't really talked much about Kyler. He is the rare rookie starting from day one with no competition and a head coach building an entire offense from scratch around him. I think we're about to enjoy quite a rocket here, and I just want you to get on early here in August. The Kyler Murray lightning rod is about to start.
Well, they need it. I mean, Arizona's in the NFC. Fox has the NFC. We've said they're one of the few teams that hasn't even been interesting to watch in the NFC last couple of years, so I'm excited for it. Now, is there a team to you, and I was thinking about this. I was literally flying back home last night, and I was thinking, the NFC is so good that I picked Atlanta to get to the Super Bowl last year, and nobody's talking about Atlanta. And I'm thinking, Lord, the NFC is so loaded. We have just literally, the Falcons are like on nobody's radar, and this team has got a stacked roster and a very good coach and quarterback. Is there a team to you, Schrags, that you're like, you're not paying attention to these guys? Who's going to shock us?
Okay, so I don't know if it's a Super Bowl prediction or anything. At the very least, intrigue-wise, I'm fascinated by what the Baltimore Ravens did this offseason. They put all their eggs in this Lamar Jackson basket. And, Colin, I know you like people who think outside the box.
Yep.
You would love to see a good TED Talk or whatever's going on in Silicon Valley. How about John Harbaugh winding the clock back 50 years and bringing out a wing T or a wishbone formation? They're all in on the run and in a league that is all about passing right now. The entire league is going one way. They're zigging. The Ravens decided to completely zag another. I don't know if it works. I do know that they have 4 tight ends on their roster that are going to play. I do know that they got rid of Crabtree and John Brown, who were their top 2 wide receivers last year. And I do know that they added Mark Ingram to a backfield that was already really good. This is a team that is going in a direction that no other team in the league is going on offense, and I'm just interested. I'm not saying they are going to work. I'm not going to say they're going to be better than the Steelers or the Browns. I'm just fascinated because in 2019, in the year of everyone throwing for 5,000 yards and airing it out and big, tall, wide receivers winning the day for you, they're going with a running quarterback who really struggled in the playoffs against the Chargers once a team saw him for the second time that time around. I'm fascinated. John Harbaugh's all in. He's got the extension, and they're putting all their eggs in a running offense with very little passing danger to it. It's very, very, very Silicon Valley, but it's almost like they're going backwards in time. I just want to see if it works.
Well, New England, Bill Belichick told a friend of mine who's close to the Patriots, I used to live out there and made enough contacts. He said Belichick has told people, we're going to be better than last year. We're going to be deeper. We're going to be younger. He goes, there's some individual players and pieces we lost, but Belichick has told people, this will be my perhaps most athletic team I have had in a long time. What do you make of the Brady deal? How it's constructed? I guess they did save some cap space I was just reading in the contract. What did you make of the whole deal?
Yeah, Colin, he's going to be the 6th highest paid quarterback this year. And what I think is so interesting is, we could talk about Belichick's mastery of defense and offense and managing personnel, and that's fine. We could talk about Brady. The real advantage that New England has is the relationship between Brady and Kraft, where that Brady will not break the bank every time around. I was at the Combine in February, and his contract's looming, and I had an opposing official from a different team tell me, just wait till Brady comes and says, hey, I finally deserve mine, because they won't be able to say no. And guess what? He didn't do that. This is a long-term relationship that's going to go well beyond football. When Kraft bought the Patriots, he bought them for $175 million. They were recently valued by Forbes at $4.3 billion. And Tom Brady is one of the main reasons why. They live in a very similar neighborhood in Brookline, Massachusetts. They talk all the time. The Kraft family is as tight with Brady as any owner is to a player, maybe in the history of the sport. So I say all that because if Brady doesn't take it all up front, and you could say, well, Giselle makes all this money, it's fine. Just know that when Brady eventually does want to call it a career, that relationship is going to exist long beyond football. Brady will be a part of the Kraft circuit, and that's what they know. And it's almost an understanding. I don't think anything happened here that's nefarious. I think that exactly what he's making is what he's making. I am just saying Tom Brady may be with the Kraft family and business in some way for the next 40 years of his life.
Yep.
So if he makes $25 million this year as opposed to $35 million, there's nothing lost. It is the greatest advantage that they have as a team to anybody. They don't have to pay Brady what Rodgers has to get paid by Green Bay or what the Seahawks have to pay Russell Wilson. Now they could pay that $10 million elsewhere. What an advantage to have as a team building a roster.
By the way, Schrags, a couple of minutes left. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. There's been a lot of news. Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill. It's been a little rocky. I think their Super Bowl window, though, is open for 10 to 12 years. You called it last year. Some are suggesting a little step back. And by the way, the AFC, you can make an argument. The Colts will be better. The Steelers more focused. Cleveland's a real team. New England's younger. What do you predict for the Chiefs this year?
Here's the thing with the Chiefs, Colin. Everyone's predicting regression for Mahomes. Well, he threw 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards last year, but now there's a book on him. Here's the issue. If you look at the plays that Mahomes made, there's no way a book could have stopped their jobs. Guess what? Andy Reid's still there. Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, is still there. Mike Kafka, the former Northwestern quarterback, he's the quarterback's coach in Kansas City. He's still there. If anything, they added talent on offense, and they bring back all the same coaches. And you can't really solve Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid by watching a lot of film. This isn't some fluke offense. This isn't Chip Kelly with the spread. This is a freak of nature who's got a bunch of stallions at wide receiver and a really good coach calling the plays. I don't think it's crazy to say Mahomes throws 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards again, and I don't think it's crazy to say that they're even better than the 1 seed they were last year, that they go a step further. So I'm all in on the Chiefs. I'm pushing all my chips in. That was with Tyreek Hill or without Tyreek Hill, and oh yeah, he's on the field. Chiefs are going to be awesome this year. There's no way you can tell me that with bringing everybody back, all the coaches and players, and having Mahomes at quarterback, they're suddenly going to regress because, well, that's just what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, Schrager, I actually agree. I think that division, by the way, is all sorts of crazy at the top with the Chargers and the Chiefs. Peter Schrager also does a show called Good Morning Football on the NFL Network, co-author of the New York Times bestseller, Out of the Blue. Good talking to you, buddy.
You're the best. Can't wait to get back on Fox NFL Kickoff with you, Colin.
All right, bud. Peter Schrager, who's got that nice summer tan. That looks like a guy that's been hanging out like at Nantucket or something, doesn't it? But on the phone, by the way, while he's doing it. On the phone with NFL executives. Coming up next, there's a team in the NFL. I know we love Baker, and I get it, and you can love Baker, and I get it. But his rival for the next 12 years has got to be the happiest guy in the world, Sam Darnold, and the Jets. That plus Colin right, Colin wrong, top of hour number 2. Listen, did you know on average, it takes police 45 minutes, this is on average, to respond to a home security alarm? Almost an hour.